Namaskar, welcome to Awakening with Brahmakumaris. We've been speaking on happiness unlimited. We spoke about thoughts and life as a manifestation of our thoughts. And last time we were about to speak about belief system. How much of belief system is very important for happiness?
Actually, we saw the whole process that takes place inside, where every thought that we create gives rise to a feeling. All my feelings develop my attitude. Attitude comes out into action. Repeated action becomes habit. And then overall habit develops my personality. And my personality determines my destiny. So this was the process planned from the thought to the destiny. So the important question became that every quality of my every thought becomes very important. Then we saw what is it that determines the quality of my thought. Whereas everyone's talking about positive thinking, and then why is it that negative comes so natural the minute there is a stimulus or a trigger or a situation? So the factors that determine the quality of my thoughts was past experiences, information, in which we saw the impact of media, television, newspaper early in the morning and late at night just before going to sleep. These two play a very important role on the quality of our thoughts. Most important is belief system. Belief system is like, for those of us who use a computer, say this is the computer, the machine, the machine, and I am the operator.
Okay.
I, the being, am the operator. But the belief system is the operating system of the machine. So
belief system is
the operating system of the machine. As will be the operating system, so will be the way every software will run on this machine.
Oh.
You know, you generally say, this software will run on this particular operating system, this will not run on this operating system. Correct. So yes, the machine is important. Yes, the operator is very important. But the operating system plays a very important role. And sometimes there could be a virus in the operating system, which are certain belief systems, which could hamper the way I think and thereby my destiny. And so spirituality helps us to install an antivirus.
So it's antivirus cleanser.
Yeah, it is. But provided I learn or realize the importance of having an antivirus. A lot of people use computers, but many of them do not install an antivirus on their machine. So time and again, the system tends to get corrupted.
They also don't see that it's expired, the expiry date.
Yes, so you need to update your operating system. Absolutely. What is the sign that my system crashes once in a while? Outburst of anger, pain, hurt. These are system crash.
Depression, feeling low.
Absolutely. It's a system crash. It's a time to understand and then check how often is my system crashing in the whole day.
Oh. But there are so many people who are irritable throughout the day.
And then they'll say that this is natural. This is my natural behavior. This is how I am. But
they blame somebody has put that some virus in me. This virus.
Even if someone puts the virus in me, even if we take it that way, it's still my responsibility to have the antivirus, no?
So the cleansing.
No one else is going to come and put the antivirus. Somebody can put the virus also. But who's going to install the antivirus? Times are getting tougher. Situations are getting challenging. People are becoming more and more unpredictable. You know, suppose I've known you for years and suddenly there is a change in your temperament, so your behavior changes. But I've known you in a particular way of behavior. And then suddenly I'll say, I didn't expect them to behave like this. Let's say normally your nature is very jovial, very happy, always, very carefree. But suddenly there's an issue in you. There's a problem. You're going through some conflict in your life. It could be some unresolved issue, some situation. So your temperament will change.
Okay.
It's not just one day. There's a change because there is something going on in your mind. But I'm used to you talking to me always very nicely, very politely, very light-heartedly, and now suddenly I can't understand why you've become very withdrawn. you're not communicating
So what
the
is
same
your
way.
duty and my duty then?
My duties first will be to take care of myself and not get hurt.
And also to understand that I might be going and...
But that I'll be able to do only if I'm not hurt. See, that's where friendship and relationships not really healing each other. Because if I get hurt first, then I'm sitting and nursing my own wounds.
As it is, I am sick. And you, instead of helping me, you also fall sick. So both of us are sick. So how do we... who's going to be the doctor?
That's why. So even if one takes up the responsibility of healing, only then we'll be able to empower the other person. But if I'm hurt, why did they talk to me like this? They never talked to me like this. Are they angry with me today? I tend to take it on myself. If you haven't spoken to me properly today, I wouldn't understand that you're going through something. Are you angry with me today? Have I done something wrong? Is it that you found another friend? Now you prefer talking to somebody else? I can just go through.
But why is that so important for you? It's okay.
Public acceptance, appreciation and approval from people around us.
And the ones you love the most.
Magnitude will vary, but acceptance and approval from people around us seems to be the foundation of our self-esteem.
Sister Shivani, tell me one thing. Why is it so easy to misunderstand than understand?
We misunderstand because we are hurt. I'm in pain. When I'm in pain, I will never see the situation in the right perspective.
But it's so easy to misunderstand. What I meant is, what you say is right, but it's easier to misunderstand than understand.
Your shirt is white in color. If I'm clean here, I'll be able to see it as white. But if now there's a different color perspective every time because of my pain, my hurt, my ego, so the color of my perspective, the color of your shirt changes for me. So it's a misunderstanding.
So this is going to be never ending for both the parties?
Clean our own windows. Don't ask them to change their shirt. Clean our own windows.
Oh, that's what you meant by morning meditation and before you go to sleep meditation. That is also a part of cleansing.
Absolutely. Any blockage, any negative thought, when I have negativity here, then I will look at everyone through that window. Na? So if I'm hurt because of something that's happened with you, but I am hurt, now I'll carry that hurt with me to everyone. So I'll see everyone through that hurt. If I've been rejected by you and my self-esteem is low, now my self-esteem is low with everyone. It's not that my self-esteem is low when I'm with you and then my self-esteem goes high when I'm with someone else. Then my self-esteem is low. Now the other person...
I think some people who make you feel comfortable, they also raise your self-esteem.
But we cannot be dependent on people to lower or raise our self-esteem. If I find 5 people who can help me to raise my self-esteem, I can find 50 who can bring it down.
That is why people find their own comfort zone and own groups and own people, own friends.
But who's the comfort zone? Family, friends. But within family and friends, there are a huge number of people who will lower our self-esteem.
That's what I'm telling you. Even within 20 family members, we select only 4 or 5. Okay, I'm comfortable here, I'm not comfortable there. Because they do not lower your self-esteem. Then there is, our topic itself is happiness unlimited. And here, we are limiting. Okay. I myself have answered.
Again, let's say being with you raises my self-esteem because you accept me unconditionally. But then you're able to do that only when you're in the stable state of mind. Tomorrow, if you're going through some problem, you lose your capacity to accept me unconditionally.
Not only lose not only if I'm in a problem, supposing I'm in love with X and I go on giving this thing, and the moment I do not like that the behavior of that X,
yes,
I'm the opposite.
Absolutely. And so then I will say, till today, I was feeling very nice with this person, but now I have to prove myself to this person.
There's something wrong. He doesn't love me anymore.
And then as soon as I have to prove myself, there will always be fear. Are they happy with me? Have I been able to prove myself right? And because I'm in this constant process of proving, I'm in fear, I'll never end up doing things the right way. And even if I do things the right way, I'm not sending the right energy.
So final analysis, we come again that you have to be independent.
Absolutely. That is spirituality.
So finally, we've come back to the conclusion that you do not have to be dependent. You have to be independent. Or interdependent?
Independent.
Oh, inside.
Dependent only on that one who's inside. Independent.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, not out dependent. Because outside things will change and they have a reason why they're changing.
But doesn't that make you a little recluse kind of feeling?
You will become a recluse if you are independent. But at the same time, sometime back you said that to heal and to help others, first I will have to be healed. So if I have to heal myself and if I'm healed, I will always be there for other people. But if I'm not healed and I'm in pain, I can never be there for other people. I can be there physically for them. I'll say we're all together, but we're all in pain. What are we doing for each other?
Giving pain to each other?
I have to become selfish to do something selflessly.
So this is selfishness in a very positive
This
manner.
is absolute selfishness, because this selfishness is only the foundation of being selfless with everyone else. Otherwise, we think we're doing for others, but actually we're only asking others. We're doing things for others only because we want to feel something from that. So it's not selfless. It's absolute selfish in the other sense, dependent on other people.
Here you mean selfish is caring for the self, taking care of the self so that you can take care of the others.
Because
other
the equation
selves.
flows only that way. That only a healthy person will be able to heal others, will be there for others. You're never there for others. Will be able to understand others. Why is there misunderstanding? Because without understanding my thinking, my attitude, why am I feeling like this? I'm not able to understand. And I want to understand why you're feeling like this. How is it possible? Why am I hurt? I'm not ready to understand. But I want to understand, why are you upset? And the wonderful part is, the minute we understand how our mechanism works, now I've seen on this journey, I'm able to understand how my inside works. Right now, if I'm hurt, I'll immediately be able to realize that I'm hurt. This is the reason, and this is my attitude behind it. Now it's up to me how much time I want to remain like that. If I'm jealous, I'll immediately come to know that I'm jealous. Now, because I'm able to understand my own mechanism, that's very easy to understand other mechanism. So even if you see someone, even if I see someone now who's upset, I can go beyond that upset to seeing what must be happening inside for them to behave like this. So then that becomes easier to be with people. Then you don't look at the upset, you don't look at the criticism, you look at what is the dynamic that's going on inside this person's mind to be like this, because you've understood how the dynamics works. And it's the same for every human being. So you just have to understand one mechanism, then everyone's mechanism you can understand. So understanding the self.
You remind me of an incident in our society where we live. One of our neighbors was just mad, angry, shouting at everybody, ready to fight, and he was flaring. And I told one of my friends who was a neighbor, I said, look at his behavior. Isn't it, it's just obnoxious. I can't just stand this. You know, she said one thing to me. She said, what about him? Poor chap. Look at what he must be undergoing, you know. He must be in some kind of a pain to behave like that. So that, what she said, now I understand today. Because understanding others is very difficult. So many times I say, why is my wife behaving like this? What's wrong with her? I never ever thought that why am I thinking like that? Why am not I going to ask her, are you okay? Can I help you? Instead, I said, there's something wrong with her. Okay. If she's going to behave like this, I'm going to either read the newspapers, or I'll switch on a TV, or I'll go to the other room.
Now this is recluse. This is withdrawn. This is it. When we can't handle other people's temperaments, we withdraw. Okay, fine. I can't, even if it's temporary, even if it's for 1 hour. But when the other person is in pain, we withdraw. Suppose your wife, like you said, she's getting angry or behaving in a little different manner, which is a sign she needs help. And at that time, we'll move one step behind.
Okay, you do what you want. If you're going to behave like this, I'm not going to
So
talk to you.
take your time. When you're okay, I'll come back. But that's the time
How
when
sad.
they need
How
help.
mean.
Yeah, but that's because we are not able to take care of our own selves. So we say, okay, fine, at least let me, I can't handle all this. So I just move away.
Then I say, I love you. And this is not love.
Because this is not support. We're not there for each other, actually, emotionally. We're there physically, living in the same house. But we're not there to heal each other because we've not healed ourselves. So that's why...
Come back to again. You come back to yourself, myself.
Suppose your child walks into the room. He's come from outside. You're sitting with another friend. 25-year-old boy just walks in. Doesn't wish you, doesn't greet you, just walks through. Doesn't even wish the friend who's sitting with you. And he just walks past both of you and goes into the room. What's the first thought that comes to the mind?
That's what's wrong with him. He's lost his manners. Somebody might say, is this the way to walk? He didn't even greet. What's wrong?
We will also think, what is my friend going to think about it? Who's sitting next to me? I haven't brought up my son in the right way.
Oh.
And then this particular friend will go out.
And tell everybody.
And tell so many other people. And then what will everyone else think about me? So we are nursing our own wound.
And imagining, probably my friend who goes out, he's so busy that he doesn't even think of this point.
Even if he does, how does it matter? My role and my responsibility is to first understand not why my son was behaving like this, what's the wound inside because of which the behavior was like this. Now I'll walk up to the son and say, why did you behave like this? Is this the way? You don't even know basic greeting, basic courtesy?
What will my friend say?
Yes. What is the wound inside? And mostly we wouldn't even know what's the wound inside. And the son will say, it's okay, I'm fine. Close the door. Because right now he is in pain. He doesn't want to meet anyone else who's in pain right now. And the parent is already in pain right now because they're hurt. And then the child will say, close the door, just go.
But sometimes you don't even want to meet somebody who's not in pain also. You just want to be left alone.
You would love to meet somebody at that time.
Sure.
Who's absolutely stable.
Are you sure?
And is accepting you unconditionally at that time. Unconditional support, but which we don't get from too many people. In fact, from hardly anybody. That's where the supreme power is there. He's that one energy who accepts us unconditionally. Unconditional acceptance means I do not fluctuate, irrespective of your temperament. Then that's unconditional acceptance. And I'm not judgmental about you. Then the energy that will flow from anyone who accepts us unconditionally also helps us to heal our wound.
I like the line you said, one who does not fluctuate.
Yeah.
Because we fluctuate automatically. If you raise your voice, I raise your voice. If you're soft, I'm soft. If you smile, I'm smiling.
And if you're
just
angry,
like this,
I'm angry.
No, if you're reading like this, okay, this fellow is reading something and quietly he's not even talking to me. He orders for his own tea, okay. I'm talking about a club probably.
Yeah.
Where we play golf. Somebody sits in a corner and he's reading. He's not greeting me, whether I should greet or not. So much of complicated life.
This is the same thing what we had discussed the other day. Our temperament and behavior changing according to everyone else's. So because of which the original beauty.
Or my original beauty.
Let's say my sari is white in color. And now everyone I meet, if I meet somebody in red, I paint this red. Then I meet somebody in black and I paint this black. And then I meet somebody in green and I put green. End of the day, there's no white left.
Then where are you left?
Exactly. Where's my personality? Because I colored my personality according to everyone else's personality. And it's actually not their personality also. It's my perspective about their personality.
My perspective
about their personality. We don't know people actually as they are.
Actually, we're not even capable of knowing.
Because we're seeing them through our perspective. There's only one person who knows us well, and that's us ourselves. No one can claim to say, oh, I know you really well. No, I know you through my perspective.
So
my perspectives keep changing.
A child knows his father, and from his perspective, wife from his.
Absolutely.
From hers.
Same father will get along with 3 children in different ways. Because 3 children see the same father in a different perspective. Some are very scared, but that's because they themselves are weak. Some are very confident, they can just run and get into his lap. Some will just stand in the corner, oh, dad's come, I better move away. The father is the same. His nature, his personality is the same. So if one is comfortable, why is the other scared? Because the other one is a meek personality. So he sees the same father through his perspective. The father is the same. The boss is the same. But everyone in the company has a different kind of rapport with him because of their perspective, which is based on their personality. And then we'll say, the boss is like this. It's not the boss is like this.
But Sister Shivani, for example, you're talking about a boss, I'll speak about a husband. Even a wife or vice versa. See, it's not, I can say spouse. But here I'm giving an example of a husband. If a husband is, strong throughout, a wife says, can't you be nice sometimes? Can't you speak softly? Can't you be loving? And again, a person who's very loving, very soft, and doesn't do, his wife will say, can't you be strong sometimes? Look at that, what that fellow said to me. Look at that guy came and cheated and you said nothing to that. But even from your perspective, you're not happy with one kind of a role that other partner plays. You also want the other partner to play different roles all the time.
Because you've created the image of who's the right husband. Normally...
Right husband for different situations, he should be right in different ways.
It's my image.
He should be different all the time.
It's my image. You know what happens in a marriage? You get into any relationship, you have an image of an ideal partner, an ideal friend.
You read the matrimonials.
Oh, not those ideals, but the personality ideals. And then I spend my lifetime changing my partner, trying to change my partner actually, to that image. Let's say my image is that my partner should be very extrovert and very dynamic and very loud. And then suddenly I have a partner who's very soft and very quiet, very introvert. Then according to me, this is not how my partner should be. So it's not about how he is as an individual. It's about what image I created in my mind. And then I will keep on saying, this is not how you should be. You should be more loud. You should be more open. You should be like this. You should be like that. Says who? Says me. Why? Because my image is like this.
And if he becomes extrovert, I didn't say that much.
Yeah. You have to be exactly to the measurements that I have, because I've created the measurements of your costume.
I said do this much, but not so much.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So where, when, what?
You know, it's like going to a tailor, and the tailor prepares your costume according to his measurements that he wants, and then tells you, now you change your body and fit into it.
Or you keep on changing your weight, fluctuate, and then say
fit into the costume that I have made. Rather than me creating the costume according to your measurements, we create the costume and we say, now you keep changing yourself to fit into the costume that I have created. Because I have created this costume. This is how a child should be.
But why do we want people to be the way I want to be?
Because I'm right.
But like me, eyes are billions and billions in the world. So everybody will want the same one, Sister Shivani, to be in different ways.
And that's why we keep on fluctuating, because we keep on changing according to what everybody wants.
We fluctuate again because of them, or we fluctuate because we are not stable?
See, again, if I meet 10 people and I feel my happiness is dependent on making these 10 people happy. Now, these 10 people will expect me to be different kind of people. Let's say 10 friends, one friend will like me to be very quiet, very serious. So when I'm with her, I will try and become very quiet, very serious. Even though my personality is to be very talkative, very loud, but she doesn't like it. So I'll try to make down. Then in the evening I meet another friend. She likes it if I'm very humorous and, jovial and all. So then I try to change my personality and I keep on changing and changing and changing. In the process, where's my original? And inside, I'm getting suffocated because I'm struggling. I am struggling to change.
So to get out of the struggle and not to be suffocated and to be stable and have a nice voltage stabilizer, can we have a nice, some kind of a meditation system where the fluctuations can go a little lower, and there is some stability?
Absolutely. And we forgot about the operating system, so we'll see it next time. Actually, the core, in every system, there is a core which never gets corrupted.
Mm-hmm.
That's the consciousness. So meditation is that process of passing those layers of the belief system and reaching that core, which is that spiritual energy.
Sit back and relax.
Different people. I meet the entire day different personalities. Each one operating through their belief systems. Their rights, their wrongs, their perspectives. Let me look at myself. Through which perspective do I interact with each individual I meet? Is it an influence of their personality? Am I changing according to everyone I meet? Or am I able to hold on to my internal, pure, original personality? Let me look at myself today the entire day. Meeting about 20 people today the whole day. Let me see myself with each one of them, but interacting through the core of my personality. My original sanskar of purity, cleanliness, unstained. I, the flawless, perfect, pure being, uninfluenced, undisturbed by anything and anyone around me. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
In interactions, when we get hurt, we are unable to see the perspective of the other and are not able to understand them. And so, to understand others, we need to remain stable. It's important to take charge of how we feel instead of being dependent on others. To be independent means to be dependent only on the inside. If you wish to discuss your problem or have a question to ask, or want to know your nearest Rajayoga Meditation Center, write to us at awakeningwithbks@gmail.com or call us on 099 99 744 555.